Welcome from ISITE Design's Boston office. We are here with Dave Wieneke, the MC of Delight 2014, and we thought it'd be a great chance to talk about what's in store. Delight is just a few months away, October 6th and 7th at the Portland Art Museum. And Dave, you returned for a second year MCing. 2 years ago, if you remember, Dave brought an axe in his keynote talk, and that went over so well. He's back 2 years later to MC the event. What are the big themes this year?
Jeff, thanks. This is a fantastic week to be in Portland. It's the middle of Design Week. ISITE is, I think, the longest event that happens among the 50 or 60 events that week. And this year is incredible. When you look at the people who are joining us to talk about the work they do, you see real inventors, companies like Bow and Drape, Uber, Facebook, Zillow, but you also see organizations that are changing to be inventive in spite of having a lot of cultural inertia and cultural power. Groups like Harvard University, Intel, some former groups that we've had have been Mayo Clinic, which is an old organization, or Disney. And although those are all creative, smart organizations, you know how hard it is to make change. And being in a place where there are both the inventors and the people who are the reinventors is one of the things that makes Delight, I think, an exciting place to be.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic conference. Having talked to a lot of the speakers coming, I'm amazed at how anxious and excited the speakers are just to hop on the plane and get out to Portland, partly because we've got Design Week Portland as a backdrop. But last year we heard, we've always taken pride in the fact this has been a shared experience conference. Historically, it's been a single-day event. There's big changes this year in terms of the format and some of the feedback we got from the attendees. This format's been completely restructured.
Yeah, now we're looking at something that's a two-day format where everyone's together sharing the same big ideas. But then in the second day, there's more community, more networking, and really kind of a deeper relevance as people are able to dig in to specialized topics, marketing, experience design, with sets of experts as well as people who you met on the first day. So those great conversations that maybe start out at Delight, maybe that evening go into Design Week, come back in, and you then have a tribe that that you can really start building and getting more specific with.
Does this mean more beer?
It absolutely is more beer, more music, more business cards, and more of these great happy faces that we need people to be standing in front of.
And if you come in person, you can see a 6-foot wooden live sculpture of the Delight Smiley. And we're still looking for a name of what to call it. So one of the questions I have is, I really enjoy putting this conference together, that it's not just a conference for folks that are the practitioners of making experiences. It's for them, but we also get a lot of folks from business, from marketing, from technology. And I'm just wondering, for someone not coming to Delight or who hasn't been to Delight before, what can they expect in terms of the peer networking opportunities and just what to expect from the program in general?
Well, if you've gone to very many conferences, you can really tell who respects their audience by how they get treated. And the amount of time and resource that audience members get to be with speakers, to be with each other, really makes this a curated experience. So first, there's a lot of audience with itself. But second, there's kind of an up-leveling of talking about Delight not just as something that we design with intent, but that we use to build value for business. And I think this is one of the places where Delight's different from a lot of conferences, because at a lot of conferences, people have their charts going up and to the right, and there's a lot of happy talk. And in this case, it's both successes and challenges, but it's also why this is important, and why people are choosing to simplify their agenda, not always trying to do more and more and more, but focusing in with greater intent on doing things that really matter, both for creating customers that care, but also creating relationships that become valuable relationships. And in a lot of companies, the things that the companies own, if you think of something like Facebook, they own lots of computers, and they have lots of desks and lots of talented people. But if you think of those relationships and the things that they do to make the relationships more valuable, that's one of those threads that cuts through the conference. It's how to make great experiences, but how to make it great experiences for the audience that matter most, and to the business, so that it's able to advance those assets, which in a lot of cases are way more important than the physical assets of the business.
Yeah, I know. Putting together this conference, one of the things we look at is, we want to create a conference that we would want to attend and that folks generally want to go to. And I think I was just out in Charleston at the Giant UX conference, and in telling people about Delight, a lot of them were circling to October 6th and 7th on the calendar in Portland because of Portland, Oregon. And I think if you haven't had a chance to come to Portland, Oregon, Portlandia as a backdrop for Delight is just a perfect setting. And I think, if nothing else, use it as an excuse this fall to get out to Portland, because it's a fantastic city to explore. And now with the 80 to 100 plus events that you can check out with Design Week Portland, it's just a really fantastic time. We can't guarantee sunshine, of course. As you know, Portland has a few clouds in the fall, but it's a really nice time of the year to visit. But you're emceeing this 2 days out of the year. What are you doing the rest of the year? I know you keep busy with your writing and speaking.
Well, one of the things that's nice is I get to connect a lot of the communities that we do work in. So I'm advising ISITE clients in strategy, but I'm also teaching graduate business courses here in Boston and in New Jersey. And I'm out on the road speaking and teaching at a lot of conferences. And what that really lets me do is learn from students who are the newest practitioners, learn from some of the most creative business people who our agency works with, and then get to come back and be with 400, 500 people in this Delight tribe. And what's exciting there is it's not about hearing the great idea, it's about everyone sharing their best ideas.
Well, we've got October 6th and 7th is literally, 3 to 4 months away. This event does stay small. It's an intimate event. We try to cap it at 300 or 400 people. Last year we had around 350. So it is good to get your tickets early. Is there any sort of incentive that folks have to get their ticket early?
This would be a good time to start making those plans, because on July 16, prices go up to the next level. So right now, there's savings available both for getting your ticket booked, and you can save around $100 for that, but also for bringing friends in. And you'll see that there's a good group discount on top of that. And that makes sense because if you're meeting people and gathering great ideas, being there with friends and being able to work together just makes everything more fun. So come join the community, come see some of the fantastic people who are coming to share, and come out to Portland this October. It's a fantastic place to do business and to soak in some great design and experience design concepts.
Great. Well, thank you, Dave. We look forward to seeing you in Portland, and we hope to see all of you in Portland this fall. And as Dave said, early bird ends July 16th, so get your ticket before then. If you have any questions, let us know. Thank you.
See you in Portland.